Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're at, whenever you're at. Welcome to the second part of Genesis chapter 7. This is my time to play, input my insights, get our brains thinking, get them all warmed up a little bit, okay? Let's see, this is out of the New American Standard Version Bible. And, Mr. Jason's in Leviticus. I need to turn back some here. Let me get back into Genesis. Back to Genesis. I think that was a program. Alright, sorry folks. Here we go. Genesis chapter 7. Where are you at? Still in Exodus. It's kind of a big book. Kind of, sort of. If you want to go to Genesis chapter 7, that would be great. Because it's the first book. So just start at the first pages and count backwards. Because I started a little too late and I'm still fumbling to get back there. Come on. You're embarrassing me. Hurry up. Oh, here we go. Chapter 7. Chapter 7? Are we in chapter 7? Yes. Okay. Alright. Good thing there's numbers on it. Check it out. Wait, can you see that? Somewhere in there is a chapter 7. You see that 7? 7 means we're in 7th chapter. Alright. Then the Lord said to Noah, "Enter the ark, you and all your household, for you alone I have seen to be righteous before me in this time." Okay. Oh, whoo, man. Only one. Okay. So now they're going to enter into the ark. "You shall take with you of every clean animal by sevens, a male and female, and of animals that are not clean, 2 male and female." Alright, so we have this pair thing and we have this 7 thing going on. So we take every clean animal by sevens, right? Male and his female. So is that 7 pairs? That's 14 of those kind. And of the animals that are not clean, 2. A male and his female. So that's 2 pair of unclean animals. Why? He likes clean animals. Remember, he's God. He likes good things. Alright, so the birds of the sky by sevens. Okay, he likes birds. Male and female, to keep offspring alive on the face of the earth. For after 7 more days, I will send rain on the earth, 40 days and 40 nights, and I will blot out from the face of the land every living thing that I have made. So he's kind of warning them, right? He's like, hey, get in the ark. In 7 days, it's going to rain like you ain't never seen. So he gets in 7 days, and then he also tells them, right, it's going to be rain, and not just a little rain. It's going to be 40 days and 40 nights of rain. If you ever lived through a hurricane or a lot of rain type weather, and you're sitting there and it gets rain, everything gets wet and soggy, trees fall over, all kinds of things happen, floods, maybe a small flood, floods your street out, floods the riverbanks, overflows, your fishing hole gets covered up, by this mucky, dirty water. Yuck. Anyways, so that stuff there, he warns them. He says 40 days, 40 nights. So that's good, because I think if I went through 40 days and 40 nights, I'd pretty much think, well, this is how the earth is going to be forevermore. This kind of sucks, because I get stuck on the animal with a bunch of animals, right? And here's the other thing. It's where did they stop, like pooping, or did he have to shove all the poop out? That'd be stinky, wouldn't it? Yeah. All right. So 40 days, 40 nights, well, this is going to happen. And then he's going to wipe off everything from the face of the earth. I think 40 days and 40 nights of rain will pretty much wipe anything off the face of the earth. All right. Noah did according to all that the Lord had commanded him. Now Noah was 600 years old when the flood of water came upon the earth. Oh yeah, I forgot. We were living a long time back then. So here he is. 600 years old. Him and his sons get on there. His sons are what? more than a couple hundred years old now. Okay. So then Noah and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives, with them entered the ark because of the water of the flood. Well, of course, everything's flooded now. They didn't have a choice. Get in the ark or die like everybody else. Of the clean animals and the animals that are not clean, and birds of everything that creeps on the ground, there went into the ark to Noah by twos, male and female, and God as God had commanded Noah. It came about after the 7 days that the water of the flood came upon the earth. All right, it happened. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the second month, on the 17th day of the month, on the same day, all the fountains. So this is like somehow pinpoints exactly when this happened. Numbers are important sometimes in life, and these numbers are probably important. It's just Mr. Jason is not knowledgeable enough to know why these numbers are so important. But in 600th year of Noah's life, 600, he's 600, in the second month, on the 17th day of the month, no idea when that happened, on the same day, on that day, all the fountains of the great deep burst open, and the floodgates of the sky were open. So we have two different water sources. Two. Remember back in Genesis 1, when the creation was happening, what happened? There was no rain. Nothing from the sky. Everything that was watered came from this mist from the ground. Remember that? So the mist came up and watered everything. And actually, it's pretty cool. Wouldn't you imagine waking up every morning and just seeing like this nice mist dew on the ground? Your vegetables were watered, crops were watered, your bonsai tree got watered, whatever it is that you got out there. Isn't that cool? I think that would be neat. But this says here, that bursted forth. All the waters from the deep, right? All the ones that from the groundwater opened up. The fountains of the great deep burst open, just boom, wide open. Was that like a fountain coming out of the ground? Could you imagine that? This huge volume of water. And then on top of that, that wasn't good enough. He opened the floodgates of the sky were opened. The floodgates of the sky. So now for the first time that we have water coming down from above. The rain, so he named it rain, we rained it, fell upon the, and that's funny, rain. Okay. Fell upon the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. On the very same day, Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, the sons of Noah, and Noah's wife, and the three wives of his sons with them, entered the ark. How many people is that? Noah, his wife, his three sons, and their wives. So that's three. I don't have three more fingers on this hand. So that's 8, right? 8 people. And let's see. They and every beast after its kind, and all the cattle after their kind, and every creeping thing that creeps on the earth after its kind, and every bird of its kind, all sorts of birds. So they went into the ark to Noah. Into the ark to Noah. Wow. By twos, all flesh in which was the breath of life. Those that entered, male and female of all flesh, entered as God had commanded him. And the Lord the Lord closed it behind him. Then the flood came upon the earth for 40 days, and the water increased and lifted the ark so that it rose above the earth. The water prevailed and increased greatly upon the earth, and the ark floated on the surface of the water. Woo! It was a good thing God told him which wood to use, because what if he had used petrified wood? It doesn't float. It sinks. Probably wasn't petrified wood back then yet. There will be now because of the flood, but that's something different. Anyways, all right. So it floated with all these animals, everything on it. The animals, the food that they brought, the poop, all the stuff, right? And so it floated. Okay. 40 days. Okay, above the surface of the water. Okay, the water prevailed more and more upon the earth, so that all the high mountains everywhere under the heavens were covered. The water prevailed 15 cubits higher, and the mountains were covered. It's pretty tall. 15 cubits above. Oh man, that's a lot of water. Think about that. If you've ever been on a mountain, you can see a long ways, right? Anyways, that's pretty cool. And then 15 cubits above that, above the highest mountain. Okay, so Google that. Figure out what's the highest mountain peak that we have nowadays. What's the biggest mountain, tallest mountain? And go 15 cubits above that. How big is a cubit? Google it. I have no idea. Okay. The water prevailed 15 cubits higher, and the mountains were covered. All flesh that moved on the earth perished. Birds and cattle and beasts and everything swarming. Every swarming thing, that swarms upon the earth, and all mankind. So everything all living things died. Of all that was on dry land, Let's do that again. Okay. Of all kind that was on dry land, all in whose nostrils was the breath of the Spirit of life died. Thus he blotted out every living thing that was upon the face of the land, from man to animals to creeping things, to the birds of the sky that were blotted out from the earth. And only Noah was left, together with those that were with him in the ark. The water prevailed upon the earth 150 days. Wow, that's incredible. 150 days of flood. Yeah, I think anything's going to die after that. The cool part, I like to say, is bring out to notice that it was just the land things, right? Birds of the air, beasts of the ground. He didn't kill a fish. You know why? Because God's a fisherman. He loves fishermen. We'll find out later about that too. So he still's got his fish around so he can go fishing. That's pretty cool. I like that thought. All right. Wherever you're at, hope you have a great day. I hope you find this enlightening or just enjoyable, or you call me foolish afterwards, whatever you want to do. Still love you guys. Have a great one, and we'll see you next time. Bye.